Got the hubby out with the donkeys today, y'all. This is Miss Betty and Mr. Barney. We've had them since 2018. They have 2 kids here, Bam Bam and Melvin. Barney's all about getting up in your business. Betty usually is. She's a little more standoffish usually. Not with me. And she's usually not with him once he's out here a few times in a row. But you got to remember he's quite busy in the summer because we do 150 acres of hay. We hope to expand there a lot this fall or spring. And then I'd like to move a couple more of the girls in with him. Barney, we've tried to mix with Bam Bam before, and that did not go well. Barney has a lot of jack tendencies because he was gelded as an older jack, and he lived life as a jack for a little bit, of course, you know. So we'll put... And he is not shy in any way, shape, or form. And he's probably going to back his butt up to Daddy. And he may try and sit on Daddy. Betty's warming up, and then she's going to try and nibble on his beard, probably. Potentially his hat. She said, well, now that you say that, Mom. Now that you say that. Let's go around this side. Barney said, I'm coming back through. I'm probably going to come back through. So there are 2 of our older donkeys here. They're in their teens. So they're not old by any means, but they're 2 of the older ones we have here. We have a lot of younger ones here because we did breed and keep all of our donkeys, though we never sold any. When we got Betty and Barney, we actually got Snickers and Oreo the goats. They already had Bam Bam, and Betty was pregnant with Melvin. The boys act a lot like their dad. He's getting a little... It's
like Chopper when it comes. He wants his chest rubbed.
Yeah. And Benny, because Benny's also pawing at you when he wants petted if you're not petting him and you're not petting him in the right spot.
Oh.
Or do you try and bite your can?
You got some in your pocket.
So Betty, I don't know, Betty's just always been a lot more standoffish. With visitors and stuff, we used to take people actually in the lots, and we'll get back to that again someday. Now people just visit around the lots and go out and pet everybody, but we didn't really take people in to visit with Betty and Barney because Betty is a little more standoffish, so versus making her a little stressed and nervous, we just didn't take people in with them. Not that she's mean by any means, but it just she's not as comfortable as everybody else will just basically run up to visitors. Betty is not one to do that, so we just kind of let her have her peace and let people walk up outside the fence when we used to let them in, and if she would want to go up to them, she could. We had a visit today, and she actually went up and got petted before Barney did, which was kind of unusual, but she did. What do you think of these guys, Dad? So a lot of people ask us why we have so many donkeys. It's because we love them. We were actually going to sell and breed them, or breed them and sell them, but we couldn't sell them because people just don't keep them and they don't take care of them when they do get them. A lot, not everybody, but there are several people that don't, and people don't keep them forever, which makes a huge difference to us because we got to thinking about the fact that we were buying donkeys that people no longer wanted, that were either pregnant or that they just didn't want, and then, you know, we bred them, and, you know, realizing that a majority of ours were donkeys that people got to be forever pets that they opted not to keep forever, so it doesn't make much sense to sell them and our donkeys be transferred from home to home. There's no amount of money and no amount of enjoying of the babies that makes it worth it to me to keep breeding and sell them and not know where they're going to end up. Sure, you think you're going to sell them to somebody that's going to keep them forever, but obviously they don't, because look at a lot of your breeders. They're actually buying donkeys that are already pregnant, or they're buying donkeys that are able to be bred, and that means that donkeys should not be bred females till they're 3 years old. So they're buying donkeys that people have had for up to 3 years.
Back that they sold.
Yeah, they sell them and then people don't want them anymore. So, you know, there's just nothing that makes it worth it to me to breed when there's so many that need rescued. I know. Like, why would you ever get rid of a donkey if you haven't? Why? Why would you? There's just no reason, is there, Dad? And that's the thing, like, how can we decide which ones we would sell and which ones we would keep anyways? Like, I would be, like, distraught not knowing where my donkeys were. Wouldn't we, Barney? He said, yeah. You can't ever do that to us. I'm here forever. I'm gonna grow old with you guys. Right, Betty? That's my Betty Boop. That's my Betty Boop. So that's just a little bit, you know, for us to touch base on the farm. We'll be doing some longer videos and some more videos on the backstory of each individual animal. That's kind of a little bit on Betty and Barney. I don't know how many homes they were in. I know we brought them from a family that was moving. And again, they had these two, and then they had Bam Bam already. She was pregnant with Melvin, and then they also had the goat Snickers and Oreos, as I said a minute ago. I know we're at least their second, I would say third home, because they weren't, of course, weren't born there, so we were at least their third home. Several of ours, we were their third, some their fourth that we know of homes. And that says a lot about why you just shouldn't just want to keep breeding donkeys and selling them, because people aren't keeping them. And right now there's a lot of people breeding them. So, you know, for us, that's just not something we want to be a part of. I don't want animals out there not being cared for.
Trouble.
Oh, there comes trouble. That'd be Ben and Maggie. Benny and Meg coming up together. One comes, the other comes. And these are miniature donkeys, for anybody who asks. All of ours are minis. Of course, some are bigger than others. Murray and Osmond are a couple of our smaller ones. Thelma. Panther's pretty tiny boy. So she just farted on me. She did. She just farted. She just farted on me.